All right, guys, what is going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for my live review of last night's edition of 205 Live, the May 29th, 2018 edition of 205 Live. That, of course, like SmackDown, took place in Raleigh, North Carolina. It was just a two-match show, but I'm still going to review it. You know, the first match was average, was. Second match, though, was unreal. Not really much to talk about, really, this show, but, you know, I want to keep the trend going, keep these reviews going as well. I didn't get to watch NXT yet, but I will watch NXT after I do this review. I know I tried to do my 205 Live reviews, you know, in the morning, like when I first get up, but I got up a little bit later today, and, you know, I had some stuff I had to get done. So I think from now on, it may be easier also for me just to, you know, keep me going on a smooth flow for like stuff I have to worry about also. I might just do 205 Live and NXT reviews both in the evening now, Wednesday nights, unless for some reason I catch them early enough on Tuesday nights or whenever 205 Live, whatever happens to it after the SmackDown moves to Fox next fall in 2019. But yeah, just this review, of course, will get in whenever it need be. So this 205 Live last night again was, you know, a good show. I mean, I definitely gave it a little bit of a higher grade than it probably deserved. But, you know, the main match of the show, which is the Cruiserweight Championship, classic. The other match was all right, but nothing really that fazed me too much. But let's just get right into this real quick, because I'm going to sit down and watch NXT and then get right back on here and review NXT for you guys. We had a video package starting off of, what's been going on with Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy since WrestleMania. You know, Cedric Alexander has WrestleMania moment. But afterwards, we had Buddy Murphy come out and attack him during his celebration and everything, and when I interrupted, and then he was just open and honest, saying that, hey, you know, I've been WWE for 5 years, just tag team champion NXT. Other than that, nothing. You don't know how hard it is for me to work to, you know, stay and compete in this division. Since you know, he was, you know, Buddy Murphy is a big dude. Like, he was one of the last people I would expect to ever be in the cruiserweight division. But I'll give it the fact that he's definitely impressed me a lot since being in the cruiserweight division altogether. So it makes sense, you know how hard he has to work, all these gallons of water, and all these other people are getting in heaven, but he feels like he's, you know, not getting the opportunities he deserves. So now he needs to just take the opportunities he can get, pretty much. You know, Cedric Alexander just, you know, defending, you know, his cruiserweight title, pretty much. That was pretty much the basic story going in there. I thought maybe we would save like Money in the Bank or something like that, but we got the match this week, and I loved it. I thought it was awesome. What's up, guys? Hassan said, hey man, Dakota said that match was badass, and Hassan said, was Akira Tozawa's title win a botch and unscripted victory? I honestly have no idea. I don't know why the heck they even they just took it off of him instead of just keeping it on Neville, even though I would rather had Neville drop the title to Tozawa than Enzo Amore. Not going to go there again, but let's just talk about this show real quick. Again, I'm going to sit down, watch NXT, and get right back on here, review NXT in about an hour. We had that video package, and then we had the Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher taking on the Lucha House Party, Kalisto and Lindsay Dorado this week instead of Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado as it was last week. Match is average. It was okay. I mean, I'm still not, you know, I'm not really quite digging like what's really going on with here. I mean, I guess they're teased up some, you know, 6-man partnership between Drew Gulak and Gallagher and Kendrick or something like that. I mean, I think they're all participating in the UK tournament. Well, Gallagher and Gulak is, at least. I think, actually, what I saw today, I think in the first round, Gulak and Gallagher are facing off against each other. So I'm not sure they're maybe trying to, you know, promote something with that or some that going on there. I'm not 100% sure. But, I mean, the match was okay for what it was. I mean, it was decent action. But to me, it just felt like it was the same thing as last week, pretty much, we got, except Kalisto at Grand Metalik in the match. But Gallagher and Kendrick win the match. That's all I really have to say about that. We had a recap also of what happened with Hideo Itami and Akira Tozawa in their match. Just pretty much, you know, the storyline there, you know, Hideo Itami was saying he never needed a partner. So, you know, he just, when things started imploding, he just made his move pretty much, whatnot. He beat Akira Tozawa last week, which, you know, I was cool with that. I'm still pushing for that match I want to see at WrestleMania for the Cruiserweight Championship for SummerSlam. I really want to see Cedric Alexander take on Hideo Itami for the Cruiserweight title at SummerSlam. And maybe for once also, let the Cruiserweights be on the main show for SummerSlam. I mean, they're not on Raw anymore, which, you know, I don't know. Well, I'm okay with that because it's not gonna be like you get the same thing both nights. I think that's what happened with the cruiserweights. Even though they can still do what they're doing with the cruiserweight division on Raw and not have 205 Live. This cut back an extra show. But again, I'll give it the fact that getting the show for 205 Live. I'd much rather watch 205 Live at this point than Raw anyway, because Raw is just in a big slump right now. Well, because Road Dogg is writing it, apparently, in case you guys didn't see the Lex Man's post, but I'm going off on a tangent here. I'll post the video about that sometime this week. But yeah, so yeah, I'm hoping to see Hideo Itami eventually take on Cedric Alexander, hopefully at SummerSlam. I think that could be a really awesome match, though, as I'm pitching. Though we have superstars backstage commenting on the title match. Mustafa Ali says no one will take the belt from Alexander, but he says, eventually he'll be the one to do so. And then Tony Nese. Face, heel, whatever the heck he is now. He probably is a heel again. He says that Murphy will win because he's the better athlete, pretty much. Then we had Dasha Fuentes interviewing Drake Maverick. She mentioned how Xavier Woods and Charlotte tweeted earlier about the match also. And DM, the GM, says they're not the only ones who are excited. All the cruiserweights and fans of the cruiserweight wrestlers will be on the edge of their seats, which he was right. Dasha asks if Maverick saw TJP's tweet saying he doesn't care about tonight. The GM says respect is earned in the ring on 205 Live and puts off Murphy and Alexander for earning their right to compete in one of the most anticipated matches in the history of the Purple brand. So then we had the match, Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy. Now, again, I was wondering before the match what happens if they would pull a curveball. I didn't think Buddy Murphy was going to win the match. I mean, I would have been fine with winning it, but I was wondering if Mustafa Ali was going to get involved at all, because I was somewhat suspicious. Because again, I love the build up, how they built him up as another top contender. Like they made through the Cruiserweight Championship tournament, they did build up Mustafa Ali, as I keep saying, as a serious contender in the Cruiserweight division. I thought maybe with the story there, I thought maybe they would have turned Mustafa Ali heel. I thought I'm fine with the babyface right now, but I thought maybe he was going to be the one to turn heel. And then I thought, after Murphy did the surprise attack at the championship celebration, I thought, well, what if Ali is behind this in some ways? But I mean, we could still get something next week from the fallout from the match. But he didn't interfere. But this match, as Dakota says, this match was badass. It was a great 30-minute match they gave them. Both of them bring out the best in each other. Again, Buddy Murphy, as I said before, I was okay with Blake and Murphy down at NXT, but I wasn't that impressed with them. When I heard that Buddy Murphy was coming to 205 Live for the Cruiserweight Championship tournament, I'm like, what? Like, why him? But he definitely has shown me he can do a lot of stuff in the ring that I didn't think he was even capable of doing as well. But there was just a lot of great action in there. Murphy got the upper hand for most of the early part of the match when he took out Alexander's leg while he was standing on the announce table. He targeted Alexander's back so that way he can take away, his his bread and butter, which was his finisher, the lumbar check, pretty much wouldn't be able to do it. But of course, Alexander was battling back. They traded stretches where each man landed big shots, but their opponents kicked out, at very close near falls, literally at like 2 and the closest you get to 3 without even counting for a 3 count. So many wow moments. Alexander fought off of an apron suplex, a counter with a flatliner on the same spot, and Buddy caught him as well on his back. And when he tried a springboard elbow, it spun around and hit in the air, landed DDT. And of course, Alexander would have to hit 2 neutralizers on Buddy Murphy to get the pinfall victory to retain his Cruiserweight Championship. Again, awesome match. I'd say most likely the best Cruiserweight match this year we've seen, and definitely the best one we've probably seen. At least one of the best, probably the best one we've seen since the Cruiserweight Championship tournament. It's really tough to predict, because that tournament had so many good matches. I'm trying to remember who all matches were. I remember there was Gargano and Ciampa facing each other. That's when they were still friends, but they were, they're just the best friends trying to bring the best out of each other to prove that they were both as good as they said they were. I can't remember. Did Alexander take on Ibushi? I think he took on Ibushi, Kota Ibushi, I believe. I can't remember for sure off the top of my head, but so many great matches there. But this was definitely up on that level. And again, hats off to them. Buddy Murphy also, again, I keep saying, Buddy Murphy proved me also that not just because of his look, because, he's definitely bigger, and he's definitely somebody who, has to work extra harder to make sure his weight stays underneath the 205 mark. But I definitely think Buddy Murphy's somebody else now with the work he's done. Could definitely do much more than the Cruiserweight. I mean, that's the only gripe I still about 205 Live is that I still would like to see a lot of these guys, the Cedric Alexanders, the Buddy Murphys, the Mustafa Alis, even the Hideo Itamis, Jack Gallagher, for crying out loud, Drew Gulak, with how great his character has gotten since Triple H took over. So many guys that can easily, I think, hang with, the heavier weights, like fight for the IC title, United States Championship. If any of these tag teams, like, Lucha House Party, or even, the team of Kendrick and Gallagher, if they want to fight for the tag titles, by all means, go for it. Cedric Alexander be a world champion, as I said before. Mustafa Ali could probably pull off some type of, world championship run also as, an underdog character as well. That's the only thing I'm still asking for. Give these cruiserweights a chance, more than just a cruiserweight division. They desperately deserve it, I feel, in my honest opinion. But yes, this match was awesome. I loved it. Definitely one of the best matches here, and definitely one of the best cruiserweight matches not one of the best cruiserweight match we've definitely seen since the Cruiserweight Classic back in 2016. Let's check the live chat really quick. Let's see here. Let's see here. Kota Ibushi ever going to go to WWE? He had an amazing match against Alexander. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Kota Ibushi in WWE, but I guess if he doesn't want to come because he knows he might get booked like crap, since Vince has had a history of not pulling the plug on, foreign wrestlers like him, then I don't blame him. But I mean, I think it would be cool for him to someday be in the Cruiserweight, on 205 Live. I don't think so. Sorry. He is awesome. His phone is running low, so won't be in on the NXT reviews stream. Sorry, Mike. No worries, Hassan. What kind of cruiserweight has the power like him to do a sit-out last ride powerbomb? No idea. Everybody's that. Yeah, that's a little personal. I don't want to mention that loud. They wasted Tony Nese's face turn. Oh, yeah, they wasted it. It was stupid. Oh, man. Paul Heyman, Dave Meltzer, and Kenny Omega all said that Will Ospreay is the next big thing in wrestling. Don't know much about him, but I'm definitely interested to see what happens. That was a 4.75 match. The only cruiserweight match better than that was Kota Ibushi versus Cedric. Possibly, yeah. Is he Japanese? He is from London, England. Okay. Hassan does not like heel Gallagher. That's fine. I mean, I do feel, Gallagher, was had more like a babyface character. I mean, I don't know. He doesn't look like, like I can't look at him and see, it's going to sound very like corny, but I can't look at Gallagher and see, an evil man, pretty much. I still see, just like, serious, but, he doesn't look like a guy that could be hated, in my opinion. But I do agree, maybe consider him being a baby face again. And that's another thing. We need a British world champion for Wade Barrett. Should have been world champion. Vince Barry's, and he does it for Roman. We've heard that how many times, but it is true. Kobush was supposed to be the first cruiserweight champion, but he decided to not sign. That's why he didn't win. Really? Very interesting. I mean, I was fine with TJ Perkins winning, but then look what happened to him. Not been anywhere since. But yeah, guys, thank you for the stuff in the live chat. I give this episode of 205 Live a B+, probably a little bit higher, but that main event was just awesome. And the tag match was what it was, but this was this is probably my favorite show so far for 205 Live, besides the Cruiserweight Championship tournament shows. But yeah, thank you for Dakota and Hassan for joining me in the live chat. I'm sorry I'm kind of rushing this, but if you want to watch NXT really quick and then be back up here probably in about an hour, and I'll go live right away to talk about this week's episode of NXT. So B+ for this week's episode of 205 Live. Leave thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, you're going to click my like and subscribe or come to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, the man Everybody3. I'll be back up here in about an hour to talk more wrestling with NXT. Hopefully it was a good show today, which I'm pretty sure it was. So until then, guys, I'll see you guys in an hour. Peace out, everybody.